Hello and welcome to today's episode of Dealing with Negative Emotions. But before we try to deal with negative emotions, let us try to understand what exactly are emotions, right? Irrespective of whatever definition you have in your mind, emotion literally means energy in motion. So, the way you can think about this is to think of your body as a transmitter and receiver of different energies. So, if you take an FM tuner, for example, as soon as you try to tune the FM radio, it matches the frequency of a certain channel, and only then you're able to hear whatever is going on in that channel, be it like music, podcast, or whatever it is. So your body is either transmitting energy, or it is transmitting emotion to someone, or it is receiving emotion from someone. As a result of this, you are reacting to these energies. So if you look around you, anything which you see has a certain kind of energy associated with them. Take, for example, trees, animals, human beings, or even societies or families, they have a certain kind of energy associated with them. So you are either attracted to them or repelled by them because of these energies. So you take your own example. There can be a colleague, a family member, or a friend, or anyone in this world for that matter, which you like to be with them, right? So you either like to be with them or you hate being with them. The reason you hate being with them is because your energy doesn't match with their energy. And if you're trying to be with someone all the time, that means you are liking their energy. Your frequency matches with their frequency. It is as simple as that. So why do you like to be around pet animals like dogs, cats? Like that's because they have this wonderful energy, which is a very higher vibrational energy associated with them. So they always try to make you feel happy. And whenever you see a baby, for example, why do you feel very happy to see a baby? Because the babies they do not operate in this lower spectrum. For them, the world is very new and everything that they see is wonderful to them. So they're always happy, joyous, and of course, they tend to cry once in a while. But in general, their entire being is towards the higher vibrational frequencies. So as soon as you see a dog or a cat, you can understand that the animals do not vibrate on negative emotions most of the time. You rarely see them being guilty, jealous, or hating other animals or human beings. It is in very rare occasions that they emit such energies. But in general, they are very happy, joyous, and peaceful. That's why you like to play with them or to be with them. So also by understanding the energy of a person, you can try to understand the state of a person, of how he's living in his everyday life. But overall, everything which you see around you is energy. So these energies are labeled as emotions. So all the different emotions are like various spectrum of colors. There are lower vibrational emotions and there are higher vibrational emotions, right? The lower vibrational emotions are much more contracted and dense. That means they tend to make you feel uncomfortable. On the other hand, the higher emotions are more expanded and free flowing. So they generally bring you feelings of comfort, happiness, joy, and it also attracts other people to you and other beings to you. So they are like two opposites. So without the lower energy frequencies, you cannot feel the higher energy frequencies, and without the higher emotions, you cannot feel the lower emotions. Both are like light and darkness. So one is needed to feel the other. So they go together and so it's like they're playing all the time. And you as a receiver, you're receiving them all the time. So as soon as you clear your lower emotions, you tend to move to your true self. You're moving higher up the ladder, right? The way you move higher up the ladder basically tells you how you are improving in your life. For example, you tend to become a more mature person and you tend to be happy for most of your day, irrespective of whatever you're doing or wherever you are. So if you can take this life as an example to transmute from these lower emotions to higher emotions, you tend to make best use of your life. The main purpose of this video is to work with these lower emotions so that you can move closer to your true self, to higher emotions. Coming to the main point, what exactly happens when a person is not able to manage his emotions? When a person is not able to manage his emotions, he not only brings suffering to him, but also to the people who are closest to him, or even the society, right? Take example of a toxic family member, which will affect the well-being of an entire family. Take example of a colleague or a manager, which will affect the work morale of the entire team or even the company. And also take example of a toxic friend, right? Whenever this person, he or her, comes in the group, there's a kind of discomfort that everyone faces. What exactly happens is these people who are affected by the toxicity of one person are going to carry this toxicity and they are going to affect their families as well. So it's like a chain reaction, you see. That's why it's very important to work on your emotions and you can move closer to your true self. In fact, you could actually be the toxic person and you may not even know about it. But don't worry, we are here to fix that. To check if you're toxic or not, see how other people are behaving around you, right? Are they comfortable when they meet you or are they uncomfortable? There can be a few exceptions here and there, but in general, observe how other people are behaving when they meet you or when they talk to you. So if majority of the people are showing discomfort when they meet you, that means there is some serious self-work which has to be done on your emotions. So even if you have the best job in the world, the best house or the most amount of money, if you do not manage your emotions, it's going to be fine outside, but your internal state will be a total mess, you see. It's going to be a total chaos. You may not find the peace which you wanted. You may feel empty, unfulfilled, or disconnected. And eventually, you will start identifying with these emotions, and that's how you will end up creating your entire world around you. You will end up feeling lost or incomplete. In summary, unmanaged emotion is equal to repressed energy or condensed energy, and this condensed energy will lead to a distorted reality. So you will end up seeing the world in a different manner, right? You will end up seeing the world as a hateful place where everyone hates each other and there is no good in the world at all. And this view of the world will bring about a reactive behavior. So whenever you see someone trying to hurt you or trying to bring you down, there's going to be an immediate backlash from the ego. It tries to hurt the other person, or it tries to scold them, or it tries to bring them down. So you see why it's very important to manage emotions. Now, coming to the main point, how do we master this emotion or try to manage them at least a bit? For this, we have three most important points. The first one is awareness of the emotion. This literally means to know what you're feeling. Like, what is it you're feeling? Is it happiness, sadness, joy, jealousy, or guilt? So you're going to label whatever you're feeling. To do this, you're going to sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and let the emotions pass by. You see how we are back to our witnessing the thoughts meditation, but we're not going to do that long. You just sit at any quiet place, you close your eyes, and as soon as you close your eyes, the next emotion that comes by, you're going to label it. What is it? Happiness, sadness, guilt, or shame. And the second pillar is to embrace the emotion fully, right? So as soon as you labeled your emotion, you're going to accept it completely. For example, if you're feeling angry with yourself, you're not going to resist the feeling of anger. What happens when you resist the feeling of anger? You're going to react to that emotion. Or if you resist the feeling of sadness, you're going to react the feeling of sadness, which can then lead to frustration or even destruction of property around you. So you're going to embrace that emotion fully. That means whenever you're feeling angry, say to yourself that, yes, I'm feeling angry, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to hurt people as soon as you say that you're feeling angry. It means that you are okay with feeling angry. You're okay with feeling sad. You're okay with feeling guilt, frustration, jealousy, or whatever it is. The third most important point is to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Or why am I reacting? Or what is this anger trying to teach me? You are going to do this for every other emotion, right? There is a particular question you can ask for each and every negative emotion. Now I'm going to give you a list of questions you can ask for each and every emotion. This can be for anger, jealousy, frustration, hatred, or whatever it is. Now, what exactly happens if you follow this three-step process is you are converting this raw energy from this emotion and you are turning it to liberate you. So you are using it to make yourself a higher person, make yourself a better version of yourself. So if you are not getting any answer immediately, that's totally fine. You have to be very patient with this. Sometimes it takes weeks or even months and even years in some case of very strong emotions or traumas. So the first step is to ask, what emotion am I feeling? The second step is to accept that emotion completely. Embrace it fully. Once you do not learn to accept that emotion fully, you're going to suppress that emotion and it's going to stay at the back of your mind. So the next time this emotion comes, you're going to react to it, right? So that's the reason why acceptance is very, very important. And coming to the third step, we ask the question, why am I feeling this emotion? You're going to get a very good answer from the subconscious mind. And even if you don't get an answer immediately, it's okay. You're going to repeat the process again and again till you find a reasonable answer. Now, this is literally conversion of energy from one form to another form. It's like taking the condensed energy and liberating it, right? At the end of this process, you will find yourself reasoning your lower emotions. With reasoning, there will come acceptance, and with acceptance, there will come love. So, this is also referred to as the energy alchemy or conversion of energy from one form to another form. You can even use metaphors, right? You can use examples like, my anger is like a tsunami and I'm converting this tsunami to electricity. Or you can use any examples of your choice. I'm leaving the imagination to you. In summary, the three-step process is labeling your emotion, what is it you're feeling, and embracing it fully, and asking yourself, why am I feeling this emotion? It's very, very simple and straightforward. And trust me, it has worked on me and it's going to work on you as well. And another important thing is you can journal it down or you can write it down for better clarity. So you can practice this before you go to sleep or even before you start meditating, right? So in this way, you can remove the stray thoughts away from your subconscious mind. And this is going to bring a very major change in your life. You will start feeling more peaceful and happy within yourself. But the key point is to stay more consistent with this practice, right? Without consistency, you will end up again falling back to your lower vibrational patterns, and that will again manifest into very bad things in and around your world. So stay consistent, it's definitely going to work. So if you actually kind of think about the word self-actualization, it means mastering yourself, right? This self-actualization series acts as a foundation for the spirituality and philosophy series, right? Without the self-actualization series, without you mastering your emotions first, all the spirituality and philosophy, none of it will work. So it acts as a very, very strong foundation. So overall, you can see that we are here to transform a person completely. So in the upcoming videos, I'm going to be diving very much deeper into all the other negative emotions, and there will be a video about positive emotions as well. And please do try to share it with any of your friends, colleagues, or a family member. You never know that a person might be needing this video right now. Here is an affirmation you can take with yourself. From the fire of feeling, I forge clarity. From the ache of the heart, I bloom into light. Thank you.